Good evening, everyone. This is Bremster, and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Ambiguous Cage Arrow number 1 by Sotek. This is a puzzle that was submitted to me probably about 6 months ago. And Sotek sent 2 puzzles to me at the same time, and I did one of them. And I didn't want to do both of them at the same time, and then I lost track of this one. And I do remember the testing results at the time turned around and said, this one is hard. So we'll see how this one goes. This video, I've had a lot of hard puzzles recently, and this one may not see the light of day. But I may have actually been one of the testers for this one, but it was a long time ago, so I don't really remember much about it, if anything. It does look familiar, but it may have been, I just remember looking at the 2 puzzles and trying to figure out which one to do. I don't know. So we'll see how we go. So it may turn out this is not a blind solve. Don't know. I don't remember anything about a solve path on this one, so we'll figure it out together. Well, I'll figure it out, and then you can watch me try and figure it out. And if it turns out it's like, oh, I remember this one, it's this, you get to see a solve. And if you get stuck, that's what you need. What else is going on? I don't want to talk about anything else that's going on. Let's just get down to the puzzle. So, normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. Digits placed on arrows will sum to the number in that arrow's circle. And then we've got ambiguous cages, and this is where it's either killer or look and say. So the cages in the grid will either be killer cages or look and say cages. A killer cage would mean that the digits in the cages must sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage. A look and say cage means that digits can repeat within digits could not repeat within killer cages. If they're look and say cages, digits can repeat within the cages. And the way that you would look at the digit is, if this was a 1-4, it would mean this cage would need to contain 1-4. A 1-3 would mean it would need to contain 1-3, and 2-1 would mean it needs to contain 2 1s. Cages are either killer or look and say. Do not know which. It's possible that they're both, I suppose. I don't know. We'll figure that out together. So let's give this a shot. Restarting the puzzle to restart my timer. So the arrows are true. And this is something I've seen in a few puzzles recently, which is the minimum that these could sum to. I think I've done this like 5 times in the last week. The minimum these can sum to is 15. So these have to be 8 or 9. And the reason for that is, if these were 7, then these would be 2 things summing to 14. So these, sorry, no, that's not true. I've got that wrong. This needs to sum to at least 6. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. But this and this sum to at least 15. So this is 6, 7, 8, or 9. They're not, the ones I've seen recently have all come out of the same arrowhead. So these are 6, 7, 8, or 9. Okay. Now, what can I do with that? Don't know. I don't know. That cell is restricted. That cell is one of those 3 because it sees that by row, and you can't put a digit on its own arrow unless it's a single cell arrow. So that cell is one of those. So let's do this. That is one of those 3. But if this is like a 6, this could be, well, if this is a 6, this couldn't be on here because this would be 6 with 1, 2, or 3. So if this is a 6, it can't be here. But if it's 7, this would be 1, 2, 4. And I couldn't do 7, 2 here. And I couldn't do 7, 1. If this is 8, this would have to be 8, 1. But if it's 8, I'd need to put a 1 there. And if this is 9, I couldn't put 9 on this arrow. Wait, so this can't go on this arrow? If this is 6, this is 1, 2, 3. And I can't put 1, 2, 3 on this. So this can't contain a 6. If this is 7, this is 1, 2, 4. And I couldn't put 7 on here because I'd need the 1 or 2. If this is 8, this would need to be 8, 1, but I need to put 1 here. And if this is 9, I can't put 9 on this arrow. This can't be on this arrow at all. That's nuts. So these are the same digit. And if they're the same digit, this is a look and say cage. And if they're both 9, it's not 1, 9. So this can't be 9, but they're the same digit. So this is 6, 7, 8. And the 9 in the cage is there because I need to put 1, 9 in the cage. And this is a look and say cage. How am I going to indicate that? Doesn't matter. This is a look and say cage, but those are the same digit, which must be down here somewhere. But this is not a 9 anymore. But these have to sum to at least 15. And these have to be different digits because those are the same digit. So if this is a 6, this is an 8, this only gets to 14, needs to get to 15. So I can't even put a 6 in here. Because if I put a 6 in here, this becomes even 8. These have to sum to 14, and that doesn't work. There's no 6 in those. And a 6 here would mean that this would need to be 9, and it can't be. There's no 6 in here. These are actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I can't put the 1 on here. The 1 must be down here. Because I need this is either 1, 2, 4, leaving 3, 5, or 1, 2, 5, leaving 3, 4, or 1, 3, 4, leaving 2, 5. Right. But these, 6 and 9 is definitely in here, which means there's a 9 down here. But there's also a 7 or an 8. There's also a yellow down here. This can't contain whatever yellow is. But could it contain 2 1s? Maybe. This can contain whatever yellow is. But this can't have... I could have a single 7 or 8 in it if it's there. But it would have to be... So this can't be 7, 8 or 9. But a 21 cage must have 2 of 7, 8 or 9 in it. But I've got 7, 8, 9 already taken up. So even if this is 5, 6, the maximum I could make them, that would need to be a 10. So this can't be, this has to be a look and say cage, and those are both 1s. And now I can't put 2 1s in here, so this is a 21 cage. So this is killer. So this is look and say, this is look and say, this must be killer. Let's use pink for killer. Actually, that's terrible. Let's use green for killer. This must be a killer cage. And it must contain a 7 or an 8 that isn't yellow. So this digit is in here. This could be anything now. There's no 1 on this arrow. If there's no 9 in this, if there's either a 9 there, but there is no 1 in there. There's a 1 up here somewhere. That total's broken as well. Because 13 and 13 is 26. This is 40. These would have to sum to 5. One of these is a look and say. So I've either got a 3 in there or a 4 in there. Or both. But there's a 1 up here as well. And I can't put 1 into one of these cages legally. But only one of these must be a killer cage, because I can't put 3s in both of them. One is in one of those cells, because I can't put 1 in the arrow bulb. This digit... is in here and in here. It's 15. Actually, this is a problem. Because the only way to make 17 is 8, 9. So one of these is 8, 9, because I can only put a 7 in one of them. So 7, 8, 9 are all in those. So I can never put 7 or 8 in these, or 7, 8, 9 in these. But I could put a 2 in here, and this doesn't need to sum to 12. This is killer. 489 or 579 would give me all of the 7/8s in 9 in here. This could not contain 7, 8, or 9, and this would be 4, 5, 6. Hang on. If this has a 9 in it, this is... If this is... Okay. But this could just have a 5 in it, and that would be okay. Does that mean this has to be look and say? Or this doesn't have a 9 in it? This could be 6, 7, 8. Either this is 6, 7, 8, or this has a 5 in it, and this is... So this is either 6, 7, 8, or 4, 8, 9. I can never put a 5 in here, I don't think. Because if this is 5, 7, 9, there's a 9 here with 5, 7. This becomes 8. 7, 8, 9, and 5 are not available, which means I can't put a 5 in here for it to be look and say, and I can't use 4, 5, 6, and I can't use any high digit, so the 15 cage is broken. So this can't be 5, 7, 9. It's either 4, 8, 9 or 6, 7, 8. And if it's 6, 7, 8, I need to put yellow into it, because I have to put both 7, 8 into it, and I can't put yellow into this. So it's not 6, 7, 8. This is 4, 8, 9. This is a 9. This is 4, 8. This is 7. This is 7, and there's a 7 down here. And I can get rid of all the yellow. So this is not... This is 4, 8. So this now sees 7, 8, and 9. There must be a 5 in it, and that's going to fix... This is a look and say cage. So I'm actually going to mark look and say now as yellow. Now this is now way over the total. This is now an 8. So this is either... Well, it can't be 2, 6. So there's no 2 on this. And there's no 4 on this. This is 3, 5. I can take 3, 5 out of those. This is 1, 2, 4. And these are 6, 8, and 9. Which means there's an 8 down here. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, and 6. This can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's not right, because I've got one of those available. So that's terrible. But there is a 1 in here. There's no 7 in here, but one of these must contain a 7. So the 7 is in here with something else, which means there's a 7 up here. But this could be 7, 6. Or it could be 7, 3, and then this could be 4, 9, or 5, 8. Well, it can't be 4, 9. So none of these can have a 9 in them. So the question is, can this be 6, 8? No, because I can't put 9 there. I can't put 9 in there either, but there has to be 7 and 9. This is a 7, 9 pair. And there is an 8 in whichever one of these goes with the 9, which means this is not 8. This is the 6. And up here, I can't do 6, 8 or 5, 9. There must be a 4 in there, which means there's no 4 there. And this is look and say. Now, could these be 13 now? 5, 8 and 6, 7. Maybe? Well, this would be 6, 7. This would be 5, 8. Well, the 7, 9 makes this the 8 and this the 9. Which means there's, 9 down there, 7 up here, 8. 8 is up here. So this can't be 5, 8 or 6, 7. And it can't be 4, 9 because the 7 and the 8 are over here. So there's a 3 in here, which means this is the 5, this is the 3, this is a look and say. And this now must be killer because I can't put a 3 into it. So this is 5, 8 or 6, 7. Five, 8 or 6, 7. So 5, 8 or 6, 7 only. And this is the other 7 or 8. So the 1 is in one of those 4. 7 and 8 are up here. So what are these? They can be 1, 2. They can't be 3, 4, 5, 6. They can't be 7, 8 or 9. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. That's not great. But it does mean 3. I know 3 could still be in here. No, 3 can't be in here. Because the 7 is here with something... no, wait. 3 can be in here because 7 is with absolutely anything. In fact, the 3 is in one of those 3. Now, this is restricted because this has a minimum of... Hang on, this is restricted because I can't put a 1 in it. This has a minimum of 2, 3. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It can't be 7, 9. Can't be 8. It's 5 or 6. And it can't have a 1 in it. So it must have a 2 on it. Because otherwise it's 3, 4, and this would need to be a 7. But I can't use 7, 8, or 9. So there must be a 2 on this. There's no 2 in here. This is actually a 12 cage. So this is a killer 12 cage because I can't put 1, 2 in the 2 cage. This can't be a 1 because a 1 would need to go with an 11. A 4 goes with an 8. A 5 goes with a 7. And I can't put a 6 in it. So these are the only possible makeups of this cage. And this is either 2, 3 or 2, 4. Whew. This is tough. I feel these 13 cages are doing some solid work. But I can't see how. Because I could put 3 in 2 of them. So one of them is a 13 cage at least. One of these is look and say, one of these is killer. This can't be 1, it can be 2. Can't be 3, 4, 5. Can be 6. Can't be 7, 8 or 9. This is only 2 or 6. That's a bit weird. One, can't be 2. Can't be 3. So there's going to be 1. It can't be 2 because 2 is over here. Can't be 3. Could be 4. Can't be 5. Can be 6. Can't be 7. Can't be 8. Can't be 9. This is only 1, 4 or 6. So is it this 11 cage I need to look at? Like, can I put a 1 in it? Yeah, pretty easily. So this is either 5/8 or 6/7. This is 6/7. This is 3/5. This is 5/8. Sorry, if this is 5/8, then the 6 has to. This is 3/6. No, the 6 is somewhere in here, and this is not 6. This is 6/7. 5. This is 4/5. Got to put a 2 or a 3 on this because otherwise this becomes 5/6. So there's a 2 or a 3 on this. There is a 1 in this, and it's not in the circle. Sorry, complete and utter dead air because I don't know what I'm looking at. I really don't know what I'm looking at. Can this be an 11 cage, I suppose, is a question. 128 is not possible. 137 is not possible because I can't put 1 or 3 in here. I can't put 1, 3 or 1, 7 in here. So 137 is not possible. 146. Yeah, I don't see a problem. That digit would be there and therefore over here somewhere. 236. 2, 6 with a 3. 2, 6 with a 3. Yeah, don't see a problem. 2, 4, 5. This would be from. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that either. So one of these must be a real 13. But it isn't forced to use a 7 or a 9. Because the 7 could go with the 3 and then I'm done. Like it's a perfectly valid. Hang on, but this can't be a 3. Because oh no, I could make 2 of these 13 cages, couldn't I? So the minute I make 2 of these 13 cages, I only need to put 1 3 in it. I could potentially even maybe make all 3 of them 13 cages. So that doesn't work either. If this is 4, 2, this is 6. These are 1 and 5. 3 ends up in here. I mean, as soon as I put a 5 in here, I'm good. And I must put a 5 in here. So 5 is in here and in here. 9 in this box, can't go in those, can't go in those, so it's in one of those three. 9 in this box is in one of those three. So those are the places for 9s. That does not seem particularly fruity. What does seem fruity is 9 is in one of those four, which lines up with here. So 9 is in one of those two. But that's not ridiculously helpful. Where is 7 in this row? 7 is also down here. Where is 8 in this row? I can't put 8 in any of those because that can't be an 8 and I can't put 8 on that arrow. 8 is in one of those two, so I can't put 8 down here. This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what? This is a 7, 8, 9 triple. And that can't be a 9 because that would have had to have been a 3 and it can't be. Oh, that 8's been looking... This is not 5. There's no 7 in here. This is an 8, 9 pair. So there's no 5, 8 in here, but this is a killer cage. So this is 6, 7. So this is the 8. There's no 6 in here. These are 1, 2, and 4. Now this could be 2, 4, 5 still to allow this to be a killer cage. Or if there's a 1 in it, this can't be a 1. I wonder how long that had been there. My guess is a very, very, very long time. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is getting close, isn't it? So, no, the thing is, as soon as I put a 3 or a 4 in there, I'm done. Like, those are just good. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which does allow me to get this up with 2, 4, 5. Which would make this 6. Which would make this 2, 4. This 5. That was such an obvious thing that I missed. There's no 7 here anymore. So 7 is in one of those two. But 7, 6 is possible here still. 9, 4 is possible here still. There's no 6 here. 6, 7. This is a 2. So this is not a 2. And these are 1, 3, 4, 5. There's no 3 in here. There's no 4 in here. So where's the 6 in this column? This is a 6. And there's no 5 in here. So this is 1, 3. So there's no 1 here. This is 4, 5. 4, 5 takes 4 out of there. In fact, the 4 must be in here. There's no 4 here. This is a 4. This is a 1, 2 pair. there must be a 4 in here. So these are from 1. There must be a 4 in here. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 8. No, 5. 1, 2, 3, 8. And the 9 goes with the 8, and the 7 goes with a 1, a 2, or a 3. But we know there's an 8 in one of these as well. So the 9 goes with an 8. So one of these is a 9-8 pair. There's no 2 here. If this is 2, 4, 6, this is a 1, 3 pair. So this is 6 or 7. Which seems way too open. There is something really important here I have missed. If this is 2, 4, 5, this is a 1. If this is 9, 6, because this can't be, sorry, if this is 9, 4, which is the only way it could be a legitimate '13 cage. This is a 4. This is 2, 4. This is 6. I know one of these is green and one of these is yellow, but that's not helping me. I've got to put 2 and 4 in here. Wait a minute. I can't put 2 in here. 2 in this column is right there. So 2 is over here. Because I can't put 2 in those or in that. So this is a 2. This is now a quadruple. 1, 3, 5, and 6. Well, this is not 1. This is not 5 or 6. This is a 1, 3 pair, which means there's no... This is 2, 4. This is 6, taking 6 out of there. These are 1, 3, and 5. But the 5 has to be in this cage. This is a 3. This is a 1. This is a 5. This is a 3. There's no 3 in those now. This is a quadruple. But whichever one of these is 9, 8 forces the other one to be 9, 8. One. There's no 3 in those now. So only one of these, at most, can be look and say. So 2 of these need to be killer. Can I make all of them killer? Like if this is 9, 4... I couldn't do another 9, 4. Could I do 5? I could do 5, 8. No, I can't do 5, 8 at all, I don't think. Because I can't put 5 or 8. So none of these can be 5, 8. I can only do 1, 9, 4. And so that leaves 6 and 7. but I can only put 1 7 in here. So 7 6. So I can do 1 9 4. I can do 1 7 6. And the other one must contain a 3. But I can't put a 3 up here. So there is a 3 in here. Which means there's a 3 in here. Which means this can't be the 8 9. This has to be, because if I put 8 9 here, this has to be 8 9. But this has to contain the 3. So this can't be the 8 9. This is the 7. This is the 9. This is the 8. This is not the 8. This is a 1 or a 2. And this is not the 8 9. This is the 8 9. And this is 1 2 3 4 5 6, 3 7. That's tricky. And one of these only is look and say. One of them. These are 1 2 4 5. So if this is 2 4, this is 5. Or there's a single 1 in it. This is definitely look and say. This is definitely killer. So it's just one. This has either got 1 1 in it or it's 2 4 5. Which would mean this is 5, this is 2 4, this is 1. This can't have 1 or 2 on it anymore. So the minimum is 3 5. So this 1 2 or 4, the minimum here is 3 5. So this is 8 or 9 and it can't be 8. This is actually a 9. So this is an 8 and this is a 9, which means this is an 8. And this is not 3 5 because it has to have a 3 on it. This is 3 6. And these are 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Which means there is a... But this 8 means this is 4 and this is 8. That's been there for ages. There is a 5 and a 7 down here, but there's no 7 there. Can that be a 5? Maybe, because there is a 3 on here. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. There's no 2 here. There's no 4 here. Is none of this resolving itself? That is a 3 5 6 7 quadruple. 2 4 can't go in any of those, so that is a 2 or a 4 only. So this, if this is 6, this is 1 5, because I can't use 2 4. If it's 7, it's 1 6 or 3 4. So where's the 8 in this row? This is not a 9. This is the 9 is in one of these two, but where's the 8 in this row? This is an 8. which means this is a 9 and this is an 8. This is not a 9 anymore. So if this is killer, it's 7, 6. There is a 6 in one of those. There's a 9 in one of those two. So how would I make up the 8? I could do, well, I can't do 1, 7. I could do 2, 6. Or 3, 5 in either order. So this is 3, 5, 6, 7. Which doesn't restrict that at all because this has so many options. And this doesn't need to have a 1 on it. But if this doesn't have a 1 on it, isn't it 3, 4? If this doesn't have a 1 on it, it's 3, 4. This is a 1. This is a 3. And then 1 is in one of those. But that would be a 1, 9 pair. No, I'm not seeing it. There's a basic trick about this that I am not seeing. Because these are 5, 6, 7, and 9. That's not 7. That's not 9. If this is the 9, this is a 4. I feel like I'm so close. It's got to be something here. Like, is it just math? 13 plus 8 is 21, 30. These would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I think they can be. If this is 7, this is 6, 1, 4, 3, or 2, 5, all of which are possible. Oh. Why does this keep happening to me? There is a 4 in this cage. But because I can just put a 1 in it and it's automatically completed, it's either 2, 4, 5 or it's got a 1 in it. Okay, and I could put the 1 there with 2, 4 and this could be a 1. So this could still be a 1 or a 2. One, two, three, four, 6. There must be a 3 or a 6 in here. Or 3 and a 6 in here, but that's what I've already got. If this is 1, 5, this is 3, this is 7, and that doesn't work. If this is 1, 5, to make this 6, this is 3, this is 7, and this is 6. So this is 7, this is 6, this is 5, this is 7. The 5 makes this 4 and 5. There is no... This is 7 now, but there's no 5 on it. There must be a 4 on it. So this is 4, 3. There's no 6 on it, so there's no 1 on it. This is 3, 4. This is 1, this is 3. There's no 3 here, so there's no 5 here. There's no 3 here, there's no 5 here. This is 2 and 6. There's no 6 in those. There's no 3 in those. This is a 5, 7 pair. The 6 looks back, making this 3 and this 6. That was the trick. And these are 1 and 9. But that 9 makes that the 1 and that the 9, which means this is not the 9, which means this can't be 4, 9 and must have a 3 in it. That's the 3. And this is a look and say cage. So these, oops, that had a white in it. So these must both be killer because I can't put 3 in either of them. Get rid of the white there. These are both killer cages. The 3 looks up making this 4 and this 3. Now there's no 6 in either of those. So this is the 6. There is a 6 on one of those. The 2, 4 pair makes that the 5. This 7 looks down, making this 3 and this 7. 2, 4 pair, I'll get there. Now, these are both killer cages. Now, this can't be 5, 8, so there's no 5 in it. It can be 6, 7. Or 9, 4. So this is 4, 6, or 7. It can't be 7, so this can't be 6. So this is 1, 2, 4, or 6. It can't be 1 or 2. So this is a 4, 6 pair. So there's no 4 in here. And 4, 6. 4 goes with 9. 4 goes with 9. This can't be the 4. This is the 6. This is the 4. This is the 9. 6 goes with 7. That means that's not a 6. 7 makes this 5 and this 7. 2 would need a 5, so this is 4 and 3. There's no 4 here. This is the 2, this is the 4. The 2 looks down, making this 4 and this 2. There's no 1 here. There's no 5 here. This is the 2. There's no 3 in any of those. This is 1 and 2, which means this is the 6. This is a 5, which means this is a 1. This is a 5. And this is now a look and say cage because I can't make it 2, 4, 5. So this is a look and say cage that has its 1. That is a 2, 4 pair. That 4 makes this the 2 and this the 4, which makes this the 1, this the 2, this the 1. This 1 looks up making this 2 and this 1. And that is the solution to Ambiguous Cage Arrow number 1. The entire trick was that arrow. And I missed it for way too long. But that's a hard puzzle. I've been sent a lot of hard puzzles, but to be fair, Sotek sent this one to me 6 months ago, so I'm not angry at Sotek. Yeah. I know yesterday's video, I think I was complaining about all the hard puzzles I was sent, but to be fair, I pulled this one out of my backlog from 6 months ago. So, yeah, this one's on me. Whew! That was a challenge, but it was a fun one. Thank you, Sotek, for sending that one through. I really do appreciate it. And I'm sorry it took me 6 months to get to it. But when you first sent it through, as I said, you sent 2, and I didn't want to do 2 right on top of each other. And then I kind of fell off the queue because I actually got a lot of submissions for a while. But now that I'm not getting any, and I mean really kind of any apart from the really hard ones, I kind of feel like people are sending them through to the bigger channel. And then when they're not done there, they're sending them through to me. But we do very different things on our channels. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Very, very cool. Thank you. Hope people enjoyed that one. A little bit harder, I know. Hope you're enjoying what I am getting out. And as always, good luck with your solving.